the club. What do I say? Everybody rockin' side to side to the beat. Snapping night fingers, bouncing to the groove. All by themselves, that's the new move. Where I'm from, we like to go dumb. I'm soaking up the game. I'm seeing how it's done. I ain't shorty what they call it. She said the pool palace, straight from Bankhead. I said you're good at it. Do what you do. You and your crew. They even got players and thugs doing it too. The more that I the more it's looking smooth. It's nothing to a boss. I can two.
Snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it.
Hey, chillin' in the bill. Yeah, we getting bottles in again. Up the put it in the air. I'm throwing up the let them know we in here. Yeah, brand new shoes, brand new. The old school, cause I'm feeling real cool. Yeah, I'm from the A, so I'm leaning and rocking. Snapping my fingers, then reaching for my repping my block. Straight from the deck. When you snap your fingers, shout it, gotta jerk your neck. On the best, we don't dead mess. I bet you can't do it like this. Yeah, I'm back to the track, back to the snap. 1, 2 step, then you gotta lean back. Yeah, this is how we do it. In the A time.
And if you ain't know,
This is how it goes down.
hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
To listen to me whine about nothing and
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the New Orleans Saints. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing right away is Dart. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. Now he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nice throw there by the rookie from Ole Miss. And he's got his guys a first down.
I think that typically we expect teams to save their home run plays for later in the game when they feel like they have an advantage over a defense. But in this case, they thought they had the advantage right away and took the shot on the first play of the game and completed it successfully.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Going for Burton, and he's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. And out of bounds right around the 20. The Saints at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Jackson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jermaine Burton from 13 yards out. And the Saints respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. When you look at the Saints defense, they sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defense...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Dart. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10. To throw now, Dart. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Giants have taken the lead. Gano the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Devon Bailey, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. The try here for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Throwing his dart. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And just shedding him off there. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Giants.
To throw his dart. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown! A big play there. Doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jermaine Burton with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a quick throw out left. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
To throw, Dart. And he's got his man in stride, complete. These two teams all tied after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Dart. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Giants. 46 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
To the air again, Dart. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Looking to put a drive together.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Neal. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. He finds his man complete. That's Neal. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Saints are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
To throw is Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Robbie Chosen from 3 yards out. And the Saints have moved out in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Well, that was big right there, because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. 1, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Saints.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll go. Here's Dart. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
First down, New York.
To the air, Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's a wise decision. Remember, he threw the pick on the last drive. This time he says, I'm not forcing one. I'm just getting it out of here.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Dart going to look to throw here. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants.
James Cook with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
They'll try and run it here. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
To kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Jackson now.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Good feet by Jackson. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half.
31. Giants 27.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
He's got Burton here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A gain of 3, second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Devin Neal, 45 yards. And the Saints add 6 to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Giants, 27.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. 65 yards.
And the Giants have cut it back within a score.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. 38 yards.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 30.
Now it's Jackson.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. This is caught by Tucker.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Jackson from the shotgun. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. With now his second touchdown of this third quarter.
And the Saints get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Giants get a bit closer.
The Giants will line up for
They'll try and throw for it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
He finds his man, complete. That's Neal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Devin Neal with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now he's into the clear again. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Yo, Larry, we were asked that defense, bro. They're going to think we're cheating.
They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Throwing is Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
At the 47-yard line.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ozzy!
Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jackson. Open man downfield. It's Vele. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Bro, my shit's glitched out. A fucking dude just keeps...
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fella.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. A dynamo since the break. 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. The extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 19-point game.
66. Giants 47.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now? We could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Please, somebody help me, bro.
Again, they run with Neal.
What the?
He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This team is so fucking ass, bro.
Seeing more of that in this
Ready to fucking block.
If they're having
Block.
success on the ground like they did.
It's going to be locked up.
I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a
Oh my
building. And I think it was
God.
this situation he was envisioning.
You're cooking me with Bill, bro.
Plenty of time left.
Let me get a pick or something.
Big runner and pound away and try to finish off the game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jackson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeau in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Looking to throw, Dart. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, New York.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Dart.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. And his sensational season continues. That touchdown grab, number 20 for him on the year.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Throwing his Dart. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
To throw is Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A 51-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Change it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
46-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. They run it again with Cook. And a solid run down inside the 30.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. That's out to the left and complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Here we go, sack. Cougar 19.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. A 10th carry in the game for Cole. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Here's Dart. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles.